Number 2, the secret sauce to training. And I was networking. A coach reached out to me, a Division I football strength coach in the Mountain West, and he wanted to talk all things 1080 sprint, as that's a piece of equipment I've been fortunate enough to train on and have made plenty of content on. And he wanted to learn kind of how to get to that next level of their 1080 use, and using a little bit more advanced things like the force velocity profile and bucketing athletes and things kind of like that. So from some of the consulting I had done with Northwestern football when I was at TC Boost, and from some of my own just rabbit holes and ideas of trying to do the same thing with my athletes at TC Boost, I figured, heck yeah, let's do it. Let's chop it up. So with all of these things, I've started to basically ask them about what they're doing and learn more about their training situation, their ideas, so then I can help them from where they're at currently instead of just pushing on my ideas. So, he went on and on about, we start with the acceleration and we use this number and this number to bucket guys. And all right, well, if they out-test that, then we get into top speed and then we have that bucket and that bucket. And, here's where we just train and here's where we actually individualize. And basically at the end of him kind of telling me everything that he did, I was like, yeah, no, that sounds pretty good to me. Like I would do the exact same thing. I actually do the exact same thing. And I think it's interesting having chatted with more coaches, having followed, more coaches on social media that do good stuff, and also just having more kind of coworkers throughout the years that we all do very similar stuff, or at least it's not rocket science, right? And just with how training is becoming more professional, there's more continuing education, the ability to get information is higher than it's ever been. I think it's an interesting exercise to think about, if I took, my speed program and 4 of the coaches' speed programs, if they have a background in it and they think that they do good speed training, could you be able to point out some, my program versus someone else's? And it's not to say to be different just for the sake of being different, but we all have our own unique lenses and experiences, and odds are, hopefully, there's going to be 1 or 2 or 3 things that are staples for you, that you have strong convictions as to why you should or shouldn't do certain things, because that's what makes a coach, and that's what makes, certain programs different from other ones. If it was as simple as copying and pasting and we all do the same thing and we all coach it the same, then why am I more valuable than someone else? So here's an actual exercise that you could go through is, what could you talk about in an interview? What do you view that's maybe slightly different? And basically this is a way to show a little bit of nuance and context to say, at Northwestern for our competition peaking phase, we did pull-ups twice a week instead of 1, right? Or rotating my accessories every 2 weeks instead of 4, and explain why I believe that. Or why, banded A runs I try to do 2 or 3 times a week, even if it's just, 2 by 5 seconds in the warm-up. So those are things that, yes, all of these things are going to be in a program. Shocker, swimmers do pull-ups, right? Shocker, accessories get progressed just like anything else. And shocker, like a banded A run is a great foundational mechanics drill. But the ability to show that nuance, that expertise, that here's the way I think about things and here's why I do it a little bit different. I think that there isn't as much secret sauce as you might think, or probably 80 plus programs, right? If we look at 5 exercises, probably 4 of them are going to be super similar, right? You have your explosive, you do your speed training, right? Acceleration, top speed, change of direction. Then you get into your explosive lifting plus like a med ball or a plyo. Then you get into your lower body strength plus a core or shoulder care and accessory. Then you get into your push pull, and then you get into your accessories. Not rocket science. So within that, don't reinvent the wheel just to reinvent the wheel. But where can you show your unique lens and nuance and expertise? And what are those few things that you do a little bit differently? Basically, what is your secret sauce?